Everybody, it's Victor. It's time to run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Monday, Mosh Pit. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend here. We are waiting for another video to cross 2,000 likes. Again, we are already into the new like streak goal, and obviously I'm recording this a little bit after the last episode here before, well, you all know the story, but looking like we apparently have a big episode today here, going for a 14 hundo, and we'll just see if we can get it done. We can get her done. It is kind of a relief not to have Missing No anymore, but unless we start with it, which, that won't happen. Here's your screenshot of the day here. This one was submitted a while ago, but it got, of course, drowned out by all of the posts from people posting their YouTube recaps and that sort of thing, which, of course, thank you all very much. This one posted by Loud Salamander 1197. Title of the thread was Worst Heat-Seeking Fissures, episode 357 of Repentance Plus. And in the thread, they said, I'm catching up on episodes, and this was the most ridiculous fissure I've ever seen, lol. It went right around the steel block and went 2 tiles over to hits Invicta. Why not just have fissures go in a straight line? It's getting harder to beat the heat-seeking allegations. Yeah, if you look closely at this screenshot, and people often wonder why I get so irritated about this stuff, but I wouldn't get irritated if I wasn't told that, yeah, they don't heat sink. They don't heat seek. And it's hard to explain this one because if you notice, right underneath Little Gertie, that is 2 steel blocks. That's not even pots or skulls or anything. It didn't go through it. It went around it just to hit me. And I was on the far end of that too. So, yeah, they're not going to be able to beat those allegations. Thank you very much, Loud Salamander, for sticking up for me. I appreciate it. And giving some receipts here. Seed day is going to be, we're starting off with another curse here. 1 X-Ray Whiskey Yankee Hotel Foxtrot X-Ray Juliet. We've got good damage, good tears, and good movement speed thanks to us having the mark. We also have Mom's Lock, which I will promptly get rid of for the Dead Tooth, or Black Tooth, because it does give us a little bit of a bonus damage. Just a little bit, nothing crazy. A little Poison Tooth that shoots out, and it deals increased damage and also poison damage, which is great. I also have a library, so we'll see. We'll see how this goes, but a very good start for us here today. Now, I might sound a little bit more awake. That's because I'm recording this about maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours after the last episode was recorded. I decided to take a food break. I called Mama Victa, and the turkey is still thawing. But I know that people don't want to hear 2 days worth of talking about this stupid turkey, so I promise you I will not give you any more updates. Get the Bibble and also the Book of Shadows, which is just going to be better than anything that we have there. Mom's Box is fine. I do like Mom's Box. It's just, it only has basically 2 functions, whereas there's an infinite amount of functions that you can have with the shield, with the damage shield. It can save you. You can tap a donation machine. You can tap a devil deal. Or not devil deal, but a demon judgment. You can deal contact damage with an orbital. I mean, it is just simply more versatile than what Mom's Box has to offer, which is just simply giving us a trinket, which is nice, and doubling the effect of the trinket, which is nice. Again, it is nice, but we're looking for something that's going to not only be a early game carry, but possibly just take us straight into the late game. And as much as I like Mom's Box here, that's just not the answer. Super Secret Room is undoubtedly going to be to the left of here. By left of here, I mean left of where this barrel is. If I can maneuver here, Claudie, I need you to stand back. This is going to get brutal here. Obviously, I want to try to hit this pot as well because that's going to give us a chance to not only get this chest, but also maybe a quarter or maybe nothing. That's fine too. Yeah, baby. And we get a mega chest here. I'm going to just full send it with 4 keys. And we get it on the last one, thankfully. We get a dime, lots of money, lots of bombs, lots of hearts that we can't take. But absolutely worth it here. 25 cents going into the first shop on floor 1, which is very, very, very rare. Careful, Claudie. Careful. Careful now. Trying to protect you, son. Now, normally I'd be kind of bummed about seeing Famine here, but in this case, A, it's Blue Famine, so that we're going to get a Soul Heart guaranteed off of him. And secondly, because we have the Book of Shadows, going right back in there just discussing the versatility of Book of Shadows over something like Mom's Box. And look at this. We get ourselves an orbital that's going to make it a lot easier to deal damage to a lot of in a lot of different situations. Bosses, rooms that have lots of swarms. It's totally open-ended for us here. So good start. Very good start. Curse the Maze. I think I'm hitting my second wind right now. I would hope that people don't get super offended and annoyed by me just talking about stuff that isn't Isaac. I mean, it would be a sad state of affairs for the mosh pit if people were truly like, oh my god, just shut up and talk about Isaac. You'd be surprised though. We've had those types in the past. I just say, look, my job is to talk, not necessarily about one game, but I try to keep it game centric. But you know, every now and then, just gotta cut loose. You know, there's stuff going on. Body's most likely going to perish here. Now he does not gain any sort of invincibility shield, unlike something like a Wisp. Whenever we have an invincibility shield around us, which is unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. Game doesn't care about Claudies, and that's fine. We do. Claudie gang, rise up. Yeah, in the past, we've had some people be like, "Oh my God, just do your job and shut up and talk about Isaac." And if you think that I'm paraphrasing here or even being silly, I promise you, I'm not. You would be, maybe you wouldn't be surprised at what torques people up every now and then. Mom's Knife is definitely one of them. Maybe here. Okay, I have no clue where our secret room is. It could be. No, it's not there. We could also take the mystery gift into the devil deal. Not there. I can't believe it's there. It's not there. That's honestly the biggest shock, was that it was not there. Mr. Mega giving us some extra oomph. Firepower here. We get a luck upgrade from a lucky penny. 2 keys, which is great. I legitimately have no idea where our secret room is. That is such an odd spot for it. Okay, so we found the secret room finally. Go dip into the arcade real quick just to see. We could have saved a penny there by going through the secret room, but it would have cost us a bomb, and bombs cost more than a penny, so not that big of a deal. Bombs are a little bit more valuable. Let's go back and get the mystery gift, then we'll turn right back around, go into the secret room. Why are we doing all this? Well, because as much as I didn't like the secret room pool in the Missing No week, it does still provide you with the best golden opportunity to get some of the best items in the entire game. Namely, we're looking for Rock Bottom. We're looking for Archie, anything like that, Death Certificate. And instead we get Flip, which honestly is fine. I'm fine with Flip in this spot. At least this gives us an option for us to get a second devil deal out of this guaranteed devil deal here. We can also go check to see what's inside the shop. And never mind, it didn't register. It should, because we've already walked in there. It should register though with the devil deal, since we've not been in there yet. And this is going to give us basically 2 for 1. So it's great value here. Wouldn't mind a Soul Heart or 2? No? Okay. Of course, Flip is going to flip the item pedestal and give us an alternate or a secondary item pedestal item after taking the front dairy. Also known as the primary, but it's funnier to say front dairy though. Which reminds me, no, I have not watched any more Welcome to Derry yet. And look at this, we get Bloody Lust along with Might Equals Power. We only have to pay for one of these. This is tough. I'm gonna take Guppy's Collar here. Like, we could take Ghost Baby, but then we go down to 1 HP, and as much as I want to get Might Equals Power, I don't. It's not. We've got a good start here. I don't want to sully that by going down to a heart or maybe even a half heart. I am going to go back and get the Book of Shadows, however, and I will also take Battery Baby just because this allows us to get some extra full charges that we can use for, say, Confessional Boosts, so we can get more taps and get some Soul Hearts, and then maybe, just maybe, Might Equals Power is still in there, and the Devil Deal is open. There we go. And look at that, 2 Soul Hearts. Is it still open? No, it's not. Still, though, Book of Shadows showing you why it's the MVP. Go on last week's question of the episode. This one coming in from day 2 of Missing No Week. This one was sent in by Oddly Real, who said, question of the day, in a struggle bus / crawl run scenario, do you find Isaac or Lamb to be a harder fight? Out of those two, I would honestly say Lamb. But here, this is the thing, though, is that I would never go to Lamb on a struggle bus or crawl run unless forced to. So it really doesn't have equal. It doesn't really have an equal comparison just because of that fact that we wouldn't be fighting Lamb in a worst case struggle bus scenario. But let's hypothetically say that we did. Lamb would definitely be the worst. And I'm not even talking about the shoal up to the dark chest or whatever. I'm saying it purely from a fight mechanic standpoint and BS factor. We've all seen what Lamb can do with those one frame charges that he does, wonky hitboxes, unreliable attacks that can hit at like weird angles. And he's just more dangerous. Isaac is very dangerous as well. Obviously, with Phase 2, you've got the Angel Fetuses, and you've got the Crack the Skizzles going everywhere. But they pale in comparison to what Lamb can do. And I do not trust any run going to Lamb. Well, let's put it this way. I trust my skills more fighting Isaac than I do Lamb. Only because of that unpredictability. And the same thing goes for Delirium, too, just by extension. Here, you talk about unpredictability, you talk about the random BS factor, and look what Delirium does, and we'll never ever see an update for Delirium. It's not a positive one anyway. But yeah, I would fight the Lamb. I'd fight Isaac over the Lamb 100% of the time in that scenario there. Great use of Book of Shadows there. We need to double back and go look for the shop along with the item room. Double keys here, which is nice. We also have the flat penny, which is going to give us a chance to get a key every time we pick up a coin. That would have been doubled by Mom's Box, which we obviously do not have, but obviously, Book of Shadows is just way better. And it showed it on that last floor there with those 2 extra soul hearts, showing it it's showing right now in a room like this where it's unpredictable. You've got bombs flying everywhere. You don't know how much HP we just saved right there. It's hard to quantify just how good having something like the Book of Shadows can be for your run. So we don't really need that key, so I'm going to save the bomb, and we've gone everywhere but the right way to go for an item room and a shop. This would be another one of those rooms that I would love to have Book of Shadows here, but we cannot. Got to be a little bit careful. We haven't been hit yet in this run, I don't think. So let me pull off the trigger a little bit there. I am going to grab the mini charge. And unlike some other invincibilities like Unicorn Stump or Unicorn Horn, we can actually fire with the Book of Shadows. And that's what makes it even more valuable, is that you're not limited to just running around like an idiot. You can still attack with Isaac's Tears. And that's just another benefit of it. And if I haven't overstated the importance of Book of Shadows on your runs, then I don't know what else to tell you. It's one of the only things that gets players through Lost runs back in the day. Tainted Lost runs until they nerfed it. If there would be one mod, I said this only triggered this idea in my brain only because of me saying the word nerf. It just reminded me, if there was ever one mod that I would play for Isaac on a regular basis, just to see what it was like back in the day, just to well, not even to see because I experienced it, but to show people what it was like back in the day, it would be the mod that unnerfs everything. So it just totally gets rid of all the changes that Repentance did, and lets us just live in the glory days that was Afterbirth Plus, but also with Repentance items before they were nerfed. That mod would be something that I'd be interested in showcasing. I wouldn't do it as it wouldn't be a permanent fixture because I don't think it's the true way to play Isaac. But at this point, I also kind of, I don't know. It's good to show. It's good to show what some bad changes are in the game, right? And to show people in a realistic scenario, those of you who don't play on PC, who have to or are forced to play different versions on, like, say, console or mobile, it's good to show you the state of the game so you can prepare accordingly. And that's kind of the whole reason why I've been such a stickler about not doing mods, even though I really just dislike mods in general. It's just because I want to show the game for how it is, for what it's like. You know, not everyone who plays Isaac is not. You're not even on this version yet. And one of the most common questions I get in streams and off streams is when is the Repentance Plus console update coming out? The answer is I have absolutely no clue. No clue. Yes, I'm in contact with Zombolus, and we're friends, but he doesn't give me any sort of insider info. And if I was testing something, I wouldn't be able to talk about it anyway. But I truly have no idea when the update is going to hit. It's going to hit eventually. When, I do not know. I'm going to place this here so we can get a tap and walk out and not incur a penalty on that half soul heart, which is protecting our only bone heart. We have this Emperor card. We have a Bible card. Reverse Devil card, but it's basically a Bible card. It's always been important to me to just show the game for how the developers have it. Yeah, I can mod the heck out of the game, and yeah, I could undo some stuff that are annoying. I can get crazy off the wall cosmetic sprites and everything like that, but I don't think that showcases Isaac in the true way of the game. If somebody was a beginner, right? Let's say they were new to the channel, never heard of Sinvicta, never heard of The Binding of Isaac, but they saw their favorite streamer play it one day and they want to learn more about the game, right? You turn on a channel on YouTube, the first one that comes up recommended, and they've got a whole bunch of mods, they've got a whole list of things that you're just like, I don't know what this is, I just wanted to start playing the game. It can be frustrating. It can be a very irritating experience to try to get information just as a clear showcase of what I'm looking for, or a just very, very a very easy way to interpret an answer to a question. Like, what does this item do? What does that item do? What does this enemy do? And then you've got, if you have like a modded item, you're like, oh wow, that look at the golf club. It's such, I don't know if this is a modded item. I'm just being hypothetical here. Look at the golf club. Whoa, I saw so-and-so one-shot beast. Knocked her off the screen. A hick. You know, like, I want to do that in my run. And then they find out, oh, wait, that was not a real item. Well, let me go see how to do mods. Oh, I'm on console. Oh, I can't do mods? Oh, well, this game kind of sucks. You know what I mean? Like, that's, to me, that is the, and that might be a little bit of an extreme example, but it's part of the reasons why I put so much effort into maintaining that, hey, this is the game whether you like it or not. You know, I've only disabled the internal information mod because of that bug. Otherwise, I'd be playing with it, because everyone else who's playing this game is also right there playing with it. A new player just booting up Repentance Plus for the first time would be playing with this bug. And it's important for me to experience it and showcase, hey, by the way, this is, if you're wondering why your stats are randomly dropping with Missing No or Rock Bottom, this is the reason why. SMB Superfan, we're going the opposite way of dropping, however. Double Emperor card. Yeah, we'll take it. Another full clear here. Not an XL floor, by the way. A Timid Rock right there. And look at that, we even get our bomb back. How nice. Game is letting us relax. Uh-oh. Double trouble, by God. Let us relax after a week of stress. We did get it a little bit easier than we had it. Actually, a lot of bit easier than we had it on TM Trainer Week. If you missed that legendary week, and I probably will never do that again. Well, I mean, I don't want to say never. I probably won't do it on the YouTube file again, but I definitely would do it on the Twitch file. If enough people wanted to see it, obviously. This gives us Bookworm. I'm going to go ahead and just take it now. Bookworm is quite good. And let's see. I don't think boss rush is going to happen. We're 2 or 3 Guppy right now, which is really good. We already have the Bookhorn transformation, which is also very good. But yeah, I would have to use both Emperor cards here to make Boss Rush, and I just don't think that, I just don't see it happening. Unless we get another Emperor card here, which we did not. Sleepy Vista answered Oddly Real's question themselves a couple days ago. It said, personally, I evaluate it at the mom fight. If my run sucks, I usually go negative for extra damage and bonus devil deals. If it's good, then maybe I'll go up. I might be in the minority, but I actually find the Cathedral and Isaac more difficult. That's interesting because I would want to know what Sleepy Vista's experience level is in Isaac. And honestly, another interesting bit about that is the part where they were talking about how if they're ahead, they consider themselves going for the Cathedral as sort of the extra run rather than going down when they need like damage, for example. They actually rely upon the negative as a stat booster and more devil deals. And that's an interesting take on that too, because that is a point of view that I would not have expected from somebody. You know, it also clearly shows they're not influenced by my ideas, because I'm completely the opposite. If I want easy mode, or if I just don't trust a run, I'll go for Isaac all day, every day. And it might just be because that's why I said I'm curious about this person's Sleepy Vista's experience level, because I'm wondering if they played the vanilla Flash version a lot, or even played an Afterbirth Plus or Afterbirth. It would make sense for older players. Or not older players, for more veteran players to want to just do Isaac, because we fought Isaac so much more than Lamb ever existed. And it just feels a little bit more comfortable for me. I know that if I really dig deep and I'm in a must-win situation, I give myself a better chance to win against Isaac than I do against Lamb, if it means that I just can't get hit. I bet on myself in that scenario versus Isaac versus Lamb. But the point about the negative being a damage booster and also making the run easier, it's a valid point. The damage up you get from the negative is nothing crazy, but it is, especially on a run, if you just have a really, really crappy run, it's significant enough to warrant it. I don't know how significant it is to do an entire extra couple levels for it, especially the harder levels in the game, but you know, again, that comes down to player preference and skill level. I always like hearing those differing takes than mine. Lots of keys here thanks to the flat penny, which is going to keep us geared up in case we do find another mega chest, which we probably won't. And this is our second to last shop. Chaos might be okay here, but we need to go see if we can get Guppy first. There's no way that we get back-to-back Guppy. I mean, December has been good to us. Is it gonna be that good? We got Guppy again a couple weeks ago before missing no week, so it's possible. December's been the jolly old friend that we all know and love and invite to football parties and functions, because they're always a good time. The November's complaining about something, doesn't like the food, and immediately leaves as soon as everyone gets done eating. SMB Super Van was a huge boost to our DPS here. Come the fissures. Here they come. Watch the heat seeking. I've got Book of Shadow and Speed Dial here. Marbles. We did not get a deal with the devil. Yeah, you know what? Give me the Holy Crown. I think I'm just gonna fade. Yeah, I don't care about Chaos. I want to get Guppy. I want to see if we can get it. Need to stop firing automatically there. If you're wondering why we're getting such a huge boost of tears and damage early on when I start firing, it's because of Camo Undies, which, as we found out a couple weeks ago, that it has a very, very awesome synergy that I've never seen before with Glass Cannon, to which I promptly got rid of, and many people were upset about that. And I get it. I know why people would get irritated at that, because it's finally they see something new and then I just throw it away. But you got to remember, look how much HP we lost in that one hit with Glass Cannon and on that run there. It only took one hit and we went from 3 HP down to a half heart. Now, I don't know what the status of your win streaks are. I don't know the status of your save file, whatever. If I didn't care to the point of, yeah, we're just going to be stupid about things, and yeah, sure, let's just see how far it takes us. Or if I was on the Twitch save file and we didn't have too high of a streak there. But yeah, it's a different story when we've got so much on the line here. And you were not going to be able to convince me that we should have stuck with that without having any extra lives or any sort of backup contingency plan. It was very eye-opening though, because that also tells me that Camo Undies boosts your damage if you had something like, say, Brimstone, as long as you weren't firing, as long as you weren't charging immediately, or Mom's Knife, or or whatever. Not take the scam box. Go ahead and put some more money in the donation machine. So I got rid of the Bible, or the reverse devil card. So we're not going to get the insta-dunk on Mom, in lieu of us having an instant port to Isaac and Blue Baby, which I think is worth it. This is almost a free room here. Going to count as 2 charges, so Charge Baby might hook us up with another one. Oh no, it's only going to count as 1. I take it back. There's usually a tinted rock in there, but there is not. Man, we've been getting some hellacious maps trying to find secret rooms. Not sure why these all of a sudden start making noise, but yeah, I guess it could be here. It's not in the first part of the 8. Maybe it's in the second part of the 8. Nope. Maybe it's here. Maybe it's nowhere. Maybe we just don't care anymore. All right. 13 bombs. We should at least try to get a Black Soul Heart. Would be nice. That's a Sun card. I wouldn't mind mapping, to be honest, but who needs mapping when you can just go straight to the boss? Maybe get the full gamut of shots there from Camo Undies. Getting a message on Discord, sorry. Here we go. Get our double deal, and we don't get Guppy. Not yet, anyway. We have probably maybe one more opportunity, but I don't even know. Hierophant card would be nice. We get another Emperor Fool card. And Queen of Hearts, which will not help us at all. But it's nice to know it was there. Thanks for showing up anyway. Cynical Souls 1 said, I'm of the opinion that anything you find in a run is fair game. If you find a 1 or 6 dice room and are worried about the current loadout of the floor, you'll get killed. Have at it. I'm sort of I partially agree with that. I think that during a during a theme week is when that probably gets invalidated a little bit. Because the whole point is for us to suffer through the consequences of us having missing no. Great freeze there by battery baby, charge baby. Oh, I did not see that you were still alive. If things got truly, truly dangerous, I mean, there's not really much we could do. It was only under the most extreme circumstances that I would have used. I think we had an opportunity in one of those runs for Esau Jr. And I was ready to use it. Our soul heart back. Thank you very much, game. Thank you, Santa Isaac. Pretty much the only items that we're going to take now from a devil deal is going to be brimstone or something that gives us guppy. Because we don't have any... Unlike yesterday, we have no HP generation here. Be careful, jostle physics here. Honestly, it looks like we have Pisces, even though we don't. Given our shot speed and our tier size. This, you just got to bum rush them. Just don't let them get a shot off. Don't let them jostle physics their way around. I did use the Book of Shadows over here. I thought maybe we can get something out of that. We didn't. Thank you, Charge Baby. Charge Baby is one of those unsung heroes, man. He always shows up. Always up for a good time. Never complains. Just does his job. No variation at all except the type of battery he gives you, and that's it. You know, that's the type of dude we need around here in this organization. Wow, double soul heart. Good lord. Okay. I'm going to grab this full charge just to say it saves me time to go and clear one more room, which it does. Mama Gertie here. Very clean kill there. Very nice. And we get Cat of Nine Tails, which is going to finally give us some more damage. But shot speed is something we just don't want anymore. Dumb damage. Inexcusable damage. Can't get overzealous when it comes to trying to ambush your enemies here. So we got a fast pass straight to Isaac and Blue Baby, but that's only contingent on us having enough HP to live through both of those fights in relative safety. Now, it's not going to be my intention to have to use the Book of Shadows until I need to, if I need to on those fights. But between the Book of Shadows and between the invincibility shield that we get from the Polaroid invincibility, we should be okay. That one was a little bit of a stretch game. Two clubs, doubles, or bombs. Yeah, see, what we can't be doing is taking damage in every room that we go into. Freeze by Charge Baby, but it didn't freeze Mom's heart. Or it lives. Gubby's Hairball can provide you with a wall here if you position it just right. Kind of like this. It won't save us from Brimstone, though. There we go. One more chance for Guppy here. And we don't, but we get Leviathan and Brimstone. Yeah, I think we take both of these here. Now remember, one thing to consider, and this is something I forgot about, we have the Crown of Light. Or the Holy Crown, which means that there's another shop and an item room coming up in the cathedral. Coachable Spoon 98338, great name, by the way. They got here faster than I got the notification for the video. Shut up, YouTube. I'm here already. I'm already here, is what they said. We just pick up the soul heart. Thank you. I am going to go back and look for the shop, but right now I just wanted to see what was there. I saw 3 red chests and thought maybe there was still hope. Being Guppy. Good block there by Guppy's hairball. Mr. Mega's silently been doing, well, I guess nothing silent with Mr. Mega, but silently doing a good amount of damage to stuff in this run. Helping us out, getting secret rooms. Let's go kamikaze him. There we go. Get the full charge for Book of Shadows, and now doing a little bit of backtracking to see if we can find that item room and shop. Held on to this trinket for this long, we might as well make some use out of it. Here's the shop. You never trust a Blorb. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit the Book of Shadows just to be done with these jokers. Interesting that we have an opportunity there. We had an opportunity there for the membership card, but I don't think we're going to get enough money to really make it worthwhile. Because even if we buy it, we're going to be left with 4 cents, and that's just not enough to buy anything in there, even if something amazing is in there. Ah, that's the reason why you skipped us, because you didn't want to see in the item room here. Go to tears. Now that right there is a 2.5 hour of sleep in 48 hours brain decision there. You may notice I tried to knock out those fires with Brimstone. Okay, that one, I don't know why we sped up so quickly there. I mean, like, we have a movement speed up, but it felt like that was delayed. Fully aware that you cannot extinguish blue fires like that. I still tried it anyway. My brain's like, door to door. All right, so final floor here. And I'm not going to take Fat on Mushroom. It ruins Polar Invincibility. There's just no reason for it. Curse of Loss, we say nuts to that. We've got an Emperor card. We got Brimstone. We got the Book of Shadows. We got everything we need. Get ourselves a nice, cozy December win here. And, man, it's cold outside. And what's so stupid is that after today, tomorrow it goes back up to 80. It is currently 39 degrees. Well, at least that's what the low is anyway. I'm not recording this on Monday. But it says that it's going to be 39 degrees today. And then on Tuesday, tomorrow, it's supposed to be 80 degrees. Like, what the heck, man? You got to make up your mind sometimes, weather. This is for the birds here. So we're going to be having hot cocoa tonight, and then tomorrow we're probably going to go out for a walk. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, apologies about the sort of shorter videos in the next couple of days. Again, I'm trying to get a little bit of a backlog with everything going on here. And yeah, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate everybody who clicks the like button. Even appreciate them even more for those of you who do that, and also leave a comment. Of course, welcome all new subscribers in the Mosh Pit. It's great to have you. Don't forget, I stream almost every single day over on Twitch TV. Go to twitch.tv/Sinvicta. Check out some merchandise. You can go to Sinvicta.tv. You still have time to get some merchandise for a good Christmas gift. But make it soon, though, because you're running out of time. So If you buy this week, it should get to you, depending on where you live in the country, in the U.S. anyway, it should get to you by Christmas and Christmas Eve. So go check it out, Sinvicta.tv. Go get a shirt and get some beanies. It's getting cold outside. Well, parts of America is getting cold anyway. I've got to go turkey. I've got a turkey to go get, so woo. Thanks for watching this video. I like things to pages of mine like Organic Mechanic 270, Avery, Rick Roo 59, and Peleg R. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.